Guess what? Most of you won't live life because life is unpredictable. Being out here in the wild is unpredictable. I'm out here in northeastern Utah, off the Green River. That mountain behind me looks like a big dinosaur. Finding some heart rocks, doing some reflecting on the past week of life. This past week, I've been traveling on the road in the overland truck. And last night, after a long day at a recovery summit, right? It was Healing Utah Success Summit. A beautiful cause, but not an easy cause. Not an easy cause. Trying to show up for people that are suffering, people that have these wild addiction issues, and I'm one of them. I freed myself from addiction, you guys. From addiction from alcohol. From addiction from THC. And the pieces that I'm trying to free myself from now is negative thinking. I'm trying to free myself from my programs of the past, right? Triggers. I'm trying to free myself from the addictive triggers I have, right? The draw towards unhealthy foods, the temptation to react versus respond. If any of you know about healthy, secure relationships, you know, responding, being curious versus reacting versus using the trauma triangle to operate in intimate relationships. And that was a heavy one. It was beautiful to connect with some beautiful new people. Even sold some merch. ResultsKillExcuses.com. You can check out our shop there. And if you want, there's a discount code for 25% off all merchandise. Utah uppercase 2024. Utah 2024. If you're interested in some Results Kill Excuses merchandise, I would love the support. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for lifting me up with your comments and your love. It's interesting, last night, you know, sometimes when you're out here in nature, and I say it's unpredictable because sometimes when you're traveling, if you haven't ever traveled like this, road trips, calling home different campsites on public lands where you're just like, okay, looking at a map and saying, that looks like a good enough spot. Let's drive 3 hours and see how it is in person. And last night, the spot that I picked, we pulled up and there was a gravesite there. There's a gravesite right down by the overland truck. And there's two crosses, and one is the teenager. The assumption is maybe a grandmother and a grandson. But it's, you know, they both died on, and this is where it gets trippy, is they both died on February 2nd, 2022, 222. And if you ever watch this show, I'm always blown away. I don't know if you're someone that's seen all the numbers, right? The 222s and the 333s. And even last night, right before we got here, I hit 133,333. Comment down below if you think you know what any of that means. I have my own beliefs into what all those synchronicities mean, the numerology, and yet it was just interesting. It got a little eerie, right? And then we the curiosity comes out, right? You're always wondering, like, okay, two people die at the same day, you know, one's a 6-year-old, one's a teenager. What happened? And so we started searching, and there was a lot of info on the boy, and what's so interesting is one of his favorite things to do in the obituary was to collect rocks and give the heart rocks and give them to his mom. And so there was just a deep connection even with that, and his passion for the outdoors and his passion for living life to the fullest. And yet we don't have the conclusion on how, but I do know that this life is precious. And there's even like a fire in this vicinity. There's like all this smoke and haze, and we drove through a fire. And so it's like life and the elements are so unpredictable. And I think a lot of people are afraid of nature because of how unpredictable it can be, right? In 1 minute it's calm, and the next minute it's a blizzard, and you didn't pack a jacket, and you don't have off four-wheel drive, and you're wondering what to do next. And it's an interesting thing to live in a state of being prepared for all situations. I think it's a very powerful thing to be prepared. I think it's a very powerful thing to have a heart to serve others, and especially when the word recovery comes out, and that was a big part of this trip, was to go to this summit to set up and to really start promoting the app. And if you haven't downloaded the app yet, but you're interested in what it is or you're curious about it, right? Type in those 3 magic words to your app store. There's no strings attached. There's 25 free courses that you can download the worksheets, and then you have to watch the videos. So it's they go together hand in hand, but they're self-discovery courses. And I wanted to start sharing the app with people that had already crossed the starting line of their journey. And I know that a lot of people on the other side of this video, you haven't finished your starting line, right? You're still negotiating with yourself about, do you really got a problem? Is it really as bad and out of control as you think it is? Do you really think that you're as bad as a hardcore drug addict, or you haven't been to prison yet, or you haven't hit rock bottom and started getting pimped out, or whatever it is, man? Like, it's a crazy world we live in, and we heard some crazy testimonies yesterday about some people that had survived through some really, really painful experiences in life. And my heart goes out to each and every one of them. My heart goes out to each and every one of you. Everyone that's been subscribing to the channel, everyone that's been commenting and feeling the vibration, feeling the frequency, feeling the connection, feeling the healing in me and the heart inside of me to put this message out, to share a message of hope, share a message of love, right? And sometimes when we find these places like this, it got eerie last night. There was weird birds making noise and kaplumps, probably beavers in the water, and it's one of those things, right? There's no life without death. And yet I'm someone that in my inner heart, I believe that death's an illusion, and that this whole thing that we are holding on to called life is really an experience to be experienced at the fullest. And yet, are you going to experience it at the fullest today? Whenever you watch this video, are you experiencing life to the fullest, or are you sitting on the sidelines? Are you kicking back on the sidelines, or are you out there doing life? And doing life big, doing life, right, large and in charge, and really being an example? Or are you just sitting back and cheering and cheering on other people, right? Is your worthiness worthy enough for you to do something new, to really start holding yourself to a higher standard, holding yourself to accomplishing the things you've been talking about accomplishing for years? Accomplishing those things, starting on those things, whether it's a health journey, a fitness journey, making a move. I just saw somebody that just made a huge move in life. That's incredible. I cheer that on, man. I'm so impressed. I'm so excited when people take big leaps of faith, right? one of the speakers at the conference yesterday was talking about how, right, we all can reprogram our minds, right? We think that we are creatures of habit, and we are, but you can create new habits. And it's something as simple as, you know, brushing your teeth with if you're right hand dominant, brushing your teeth with the opposite hand dominant. So left hand brushing for like 1 week, and you start to reprogram your neural pathways, right? It's going a different route to work. Anything that you do that's new opens yourself up to reprogramming all that you are, to redefining who you are as a human being. If you're someone that's been eating unhealthy and has an uncontrollable appetite, but you know that you're overweight, and you know if you keep doing this, it's going to get worse and worse, and your health issues are going to get worse and worse. You're going to become less mobile, and eventually something bad is going to happen, right? You can switch that up, but it's just, you do it in small increments, right? You start to, you know, do some research about healthy meals, healthy meal preparation, right? You start to look up different nutritional programs and find something that works for you, and try new things and try new meals, buy new ingredients, right? Buy different foods that you've never tried. Like if you go through the produce and pick out like 5 vegetables that you've never cooked with, that's a great example. Pick out even just one or two vegetables that you've never cooked with. Just buy them, right? If they just catch your eye because whatever, and then go home, right, and look up a recipe. Or, you know, if they catch your eye, look up the recipe in the store, and then go and purchase some other ingredients and prepare a totally new style of meal that you know would give you some health and superfoods and strength and energy. And then you go and do that again, and you start doing that like once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And you start to create new habits, new neural pathways, new patterns. Then you start backing it up with the I am affirmations. I know I'm healthy. I know I'm happy. I know that I'm my most leanest, meanest self. I feel sexy. I feel beautiful. I feel amazing. I feel healthy. I feel strong. Right? I love feeling strong. I love feeling healthy. I love eating healthy. I love all the things that you truly desire. And so life is a wild ride, and I love getting out here in the wild. As you can see, I mean, I think there's nothing greater than it. There's nothing greater than being out here in the wild. I feel free, I feel alive, and that's important to me. And I hope that you can find something where you feel most alive, that you'll go do that this week. And until then, just keep tuning in, keep asking yourself, what are the things that you can do, that you know you can do, that if you do those things, your life will change, right? And then go and do it. And if you can't do it, or you need some accountability doing it, reach out to me privately. resultskillexcuses@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to give you a free 90-minute one-on-one coaching session that literally you will walk away with a game plan for the next 6 months, 3 months to 6 months, right? No strings attached, because I know that is, if I help you, right, you help someone else, and then we all are making a difference in this world. And that's a big part of my daily 5. And I'll leave you with this: mindfulness in the morning, first thing, nutrition, exercise, personal development, and making a difference. Those are my daily 5. That's how I keep my cup full. I love you guys. Go love someone else unconditionally, starting with yourself. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Greg's out.